unknown footage SLP camera take number 2. Yes, this footage that you saw at the beginning is an assassin. Yeah, I don't know if YouTube can allow it or not, but it was a death attempt, guys, against the must from Blox Fruits that you're seeing there. It's pretty much a theory of the community recently in relation to this video, or with another video I made of the analog Blox Fruits. People started theorizing various things. Yes, it turned into a business. Funny, alright? Only one of them is shocking and bizarre, because in the basement of the cafe in CE2 here in Blox Fruits, there is a mystery, an insane mystery involving the death of some deficits. The guys of a specific dev, right? We'll be more specific, the Inlock Dawad is the guys. Yes, that same Inlock Dawad had a fight with the Blox Fruits admins. It seems that according to this story, he died. Guys, yes, today is what we are going to analyze a little more. Val Klein VHS, guys from Rafael Zinho, yes, 1BR, who made this lost VHS from Blox Fruits. We are going to analyze a little bit here. It's better, guys, because there's not much for us to see, like for us to analyze in detail, okay? There's even a lot of things, because what you can see there, guys, is that yes, it was an assassination attempt, guys there against Inlock Dawad, because that was, you know, where in Inlock Dawad's house, okay? And that's what we're going to analyze here now, because if we look under the cafe right here at C2, okay, guys, you're going to find this interesting little place here, this bizarre little place, this unique little place here next to Titulix Express, A-list, next to Awe King Expert, okay, guys? It's a place called Classe Fiat and it's closed. You see that it's a closed place. Why is this place here closed? Why has no one ever stopped to think there's a door here? Okay, guys, with a banner, seriously. No one stopped to weigh on this block list. It's bizarre, okay? And this tape there, VHS, tells a little more about what happened, guys, behind this door. Because when we enter this door, we will find, guys, a funny place here. It doesn't have to do only with Inlock Toad, the guys from Blox Reads, but also with Real Games. Yes, bizarre, okay? Even though it's not the same as Real Games, we know that this is Real Games, which is the company that creates games competing with Blox Fruits. We know that, right? They're looking to produce Real Cs, and it's another game that's going to be the rival of Blox Fruits, the competitor and everything. And there's all this time, okay, guys? But this place here was found, okay, guys? A crime, yes, one crime occurred here because there are 11 interesting figures. Okay, guys, in the history of Blox Fruits called Winlock Towards. Okay, guys, here there is no translation for his name. His name is literally Winlock Toward, okay? Well, I sat on the sofa because now comes a little bit of the story of who was in Inlock Dawad and why did he die, okay, guys? After decades of fear over the tyrannical rule of the infamous Towad army along with the Gold Summa dogs, the land was finally liberated by the arrival of a foreign group of pirates called the Mughal pirates along with the Rinpe Indra pirates. This is a rich group owning most of the land in the first push. The owner caused was beyond mind-blowing. The effects are still affecting us. Until today, okay? Upon their arrival, the Mughal pirates were confronted by Golds of Samba dogs, whom onlookers allege had their swords cut in half by a single bar of the pirate named Circus Quip and had turned his arm into a giant blade, eventually unleashing in a major battle between the Mughal dogs pirates and the Golds of Sama dogs, okay? The damage is done. The crew of Sama's goal was large enough to make him leave his lair, also known as the dog house for him. Could help his crewmates after his leave, King O in Locktoad chose to aid Gold the Samba, sending his crew to assist in the capture of the Mughal pirates, leaving King O in Locktoad vulnerable in his cave. During this event, Hippie Intra and the Game 43 invaded the house of the king's dog, the Inlocktoad, ready to buy his tyrannical kilo for the fruit kilo for 97 Robux, right? Hippintra immobilized all the guards in the room with what seemed to be his only class. Cora, the Inlocktoad, fell from his powerless throne in fear, begging the Hippie Enter for mercy. Hippie Enter knocked the crown off his head in as a way of saying that he was no longer the king, the Inlocktoad, but simply Toad. Only Toad now is no longer a king. However, when the crown hit the ground, it was suddenly pulled back into the head of an Inlocktoad like some kind of parasite. The crown was connected to him, right? That's when they realized that the Inlocktoad was under the control of their crown, and as an act of mercy instead of ending. With his hippie life, Indra sealed the Enlockton in the doghouse that formerly belonged to Golov Sama. As the battle of the Tog army alongside Golov Sama against the pirates, Bugle was unfolding. Hip Circus saw Sama's own goal across the field, swinging what appeared to be a mere copy of the legendary triple black blade shovel, feeling so unusual for people like him, imposing a useless counterfeit of his weapon. Hip Circus disemboweled his true triple dark black. Truly, sending a single slice, a single cut the ground in half, quickly turning Tura's army and Golda Samba's army into dust, ending the battle. Meanwhile, Hippie enters with his right hand and Butler My Game 43 has arrived at the cafe to tell the news of Towards Seal, thus ending the reign of tyranny over the New World. Well, the origin of this law is that it used to be made famous and then it was made official in the game. It's always that detail. It's the origin, it's the following, right? There was a user named Kolda Samba who posted a challenge there to beat him that you would receive admin items from Blox Fruits on Discord, and this is completely wrong because he was neither admin nor anything like that. He was just a friend of an admin in the case. So this whole accident was created by himself, by the guys at the time, because it generated all the bullshit behind it. But it's bullshit that you don't need to care much about here, but it happened because of that, right? But well, what I brought is the end of the Unlock Toge. It was simply taken away, but in this case, there are guys. He's sealed, okay? And the Salamento of Inlock Toad, huh? After he was just Toad, he was here at this base, but after that he was killed. Okay, guys, yes, he died, right? Because in Lock Toad, he's in two Salamentos, okay? Two Salaments, one of his Salaments is in the doghouse and the other seal is here in this secret place, right? But something happened to him, guys. Faulkline VHS tells more about it. You know that Inlock Toad went to his physical Salamento here instead of real games. Simply captured. I hope he was just captured because from what I could see at IVHS, he really went for the better, okay? That's why now we arrive. There are guys in the block, Fritz, Hit Simulator, here. Tell a little more about the characters, both in Lock, Doge Control, or so many other characters. There are also some figures. How is it that they tell more about their story? Who are they? You know what also happens here on this basis of Inlock Doge or King Toga, okay? So let's first see what the Blockfoot dating simulator is before. I'll show him, okay? Blockwhat's dating simulator, okay? It was an April 1st meme that was released in 2023, and even though it was called Blockbusk Manu for dating, it wasn't a simulated dating, it was just a joke, okay? You didn't even have a relationship in the right business, did you? It's basically a from-viction with stories, dialogues between the Davis, Blockwats, old stories, new stories, created and original stories, and even for yourself to interact with, right? Well, when you start the game, you're going to have a whole dialogue about who made the game, a dialogue about what to explain. The action of the game itself, and you have already come to the lock. Tawa to the people, our beloved frog, right? Hello, my name is Inlock Tawad, right? A long time ago, this was the land of fruit blocks, a beautiful game dedicated to helping the players, right? Sometimes I have a hard time with my friend Tommy, huh? Hey Tommy, can you come here one for a minute? Well, Tommy's kind of cranky. He's a giant flying pig, huh? Thank you, Tommy, for coming. I thank Enlock. Today we're going to talk about some things, about some of your problems. Oh, okay, but what problems do you mean? Well, we clearly need to do some things. We need to live in this space all our time, right? This is much more than some things than what they tell us. I don't know. I'm bringing it here half on time for you. Okay, Enlock Toddy and Tommy. Tommy must be some friend of Enlock Toddy's or imaginary friend that he had in his head, because he probably went crazy in here, okay? And Tommy starts talking. Therefore, Menlock, okay, that one day they will leave there and become gods. Menlock says that Tommy is already a god, but before I continue this story until the guys from the dating simulator, which is much better for another video because there's not just that, okay? As you know, it's a giant simulator with various dialogues, right? It's even complicated to put in this video here too. We can only deduce, okay guys, because Enlock is not totally the story of the dating simulator, okay? But what we can deduce is that either he was taken out of here or someone kind of wanted to finish him off, okay guys? But my theory is real even, it's according to OVHS, is that it unlocks. Here, I think you got it, okay? I think that's it, guys. The guy went crazy. He was sealed. There was no one here. He created a figure in his head. I don't know, guys. Everything is possible, of course, right? Because we don't have a body here. You see, you can see there is no Enlo that is inside here. So this means that there is probably something that has already happened according to the history of the blockade here. Now it has already happened, but there is nothing. There is no anyone inside here, okay? It just happened, right? Well, let's wait a little longer. Leave this VHS as it is BR, okay, I believe. A lot that the creator may bring more stories in relation to this, but I think now it's a little explained. Guys of the disappearance or really murder, you should unlock Dodd here on Blocklead so that you, if I like this video, if you liked it, we are you. I think it's very important. I also didn't forget to sign up High P because it takes a little bit of work to do this here, guys. This takes a little bit of work, get the information, gather. Yeah, but okay, that's it. We're together and talk. No,